So I'm going to introduce our first stand-up, Mr. Tom Gross.
All right. Oh, sweet microphone. Official.
Hello?
Awesome. How you guys doing tonight?
Yeah!
Sweet. I'm having an awesome time.
Good.
So, thank you. So, I'm a college student, if you couldn't tell.
College!
Yes. And one thing I love about Albany is the party scene. All these great parties that they have going on every day. And partying is awesome. I love to do it. And it's something that has always been a part of me. It's something I've always done since high school. So I remember parties where me and my friends would go out, have a lot of fun, kick back, let loose. And like most people, I would do a little bit too much. I would go overboard and vomit, of course. And I'm talking, like when I vomit, when I party, it's like exorcist status. Like projectile to the window, to the wall, and I don't know what that sounds. But I always remember this one time where me and my friends were having this basher at this girl's place, and I go way too hard. I partied way too much, and I ended up throwing up. And the worst part is, it was all over on her front porch, in front of her door. And it sucked because she was really cute, and I had to go and tell her, like, hey, I'm sorry, I puked all over your placemat. And the funny, ironic thing about it is that I don't drink. I had eaten so much food that I had lost it all over this girl's porch. And I feel like I ruined my chances with her because her parents came home and they saw me mopping it up, and it was just really awkward. Yeah. Speaking of awkward, is there anything worse than a warm toilet seat?
No.
Exactly. A warm, wet toilet seat.
A smelly toilet seat.
Yes. No, a warm toilet seat.
No toilet.
Imagine, you go into a bathroom, you gotta do your business. You look at the porcelain throne. It's awesome, it's inviting. You sit down, and you expect it to be cold, but it is warm, it is lukewarm. Like, at that point, you know someone has been there before you. Very recently, in fact. And that's something I don't want to know. I want to go into the toilet expecting it to be a virgin, to have never had anyone's else ass on that toilet seat. And it's impossible because you sit down and it's warm. The first thought that goes through my mind is, shit, this is kind of comfortable because it's not a cold toilet seat. Second, fuck, this is really gross. And three, I need to know who was here before me. So I'm sitting down. That was me sitting down on the toilet seat, and I'm looking for clues, looking around, like maybe some pee that maybe dribbled on the floor when they were pooping, to figure out, like, get some DNA off that shit, or maybe some pube hair, start matching, like call my friends up, police lineup, start doing some matching, whatever, CSI, and it's stuff like that because I need to know. At that point, I need to know who defiled my toilet seat, and. I do have to admit the worst thing ever is probably women's toilets. And I guess I'm a little objective because I've only used the women's toilet once. It's true. And I went in and I opened the stall and I sat down and there was just tampon. Right there, staring up at me. Is that normal for ladies to do? Do ladies do that? It's so weird. Speaking of tampons, I worked at a deli over the summer, and part of my job was to run the cash register. And one night I'm standing there, and this guy comes up, and he's got two items. He's got a Powerade and a box of tampons. And so I don't think anything of it. All right, he's picking up from his mom or his grandma or his girlfriend or whatever this guy has. And so I scan scanned the power rate, and I grabbed the box of tampons, and I notice he's looking at me. And I look at him, and he just stares at me and goes, "Those aren't for me." Okay. And I scan it, put it in the bag, hand him the bag. "Those aren't for me." Yeah, okay. I mean, I guess I don't really understand it because what else would a guy need for have a use for tampons for? I mean, when I was a little kid, we used to throw them around like grenades. Pull the string and throw the plastic bit. It was awesome. But I don't get it. He's a grown-ass man. I don't know what the hell he does. So I finish off my shift and I walk out to my car and I open the door and I sit down and I hear a tap on the window and I look and it's the guy. And I'm perplexed. I roll the window down. "Can I help you?" "Those aren't for me." Dude, no. You don't understand. You can't tell anyone. What? Oh, God. It's a lot of weird stuff. Definitely working at the deli is one of my favorite things to do over the summer. And one of my other favorite things, one of my pastimes, is just kind of zoning out. Because when you zone out, you just kind of... yeah. When you zone out, you kind of just get lost in your thoughts. You can think about stuff a lot more clearly because you're ignoring all the bullshit that's going around you. But it's very dangerous. It's dangerous to do that in certain situations. Like, you're sitting at dinner with your buddies, you got a friend eating a shish kebab across from you, and you just start staring at the food. Mind your own business, not think about the food, just think about something else. You're just staring. "Bro, huh? Bro, what? What do you want my shish kebab?" And you gotta play it off. You can't just be like, "No, I was just, staring for no reason." You go, yeah, I'll take it. You take a bite out of it. He's like, "Bro, you're allergic to peppers. What the fuck are you doing?" And you gotta play it off. You just gotta keep eating the peppers, and then you go to the hospital. And another thing is, like, in class is the worst because you just stare at the back of someone's head, and you're losing. You're just kind of just slowly losing your mind, staring at the back of the person's head, wondering where they've been, and you hear the professor, "Mr. Gross, would you like to answer the question?" 1776. "Wrong. This is a math class." "I thought you were asking when the Declaration of Independence was signed." "It's a math class." "But maybe it's got to do derivatives of the signer's signature." Maybe. Just kind of, yeah. One very recent instance of it was I was sitting outside of my dorm building out on the quad. I was sitting on a bench and I was facing one of the low rises, if you know what those are. And I'm staring into an open window. And the shades are open, and I'm slowly losing to the point where I didn't notice the girl walk in from the bathroom, just a towel on, walk up to the window where a desk was, sit down, start browsing on Facebook or whatever, and I'm just staring at her, not realizing I'm staring at a naked girl until she notices me. And we make eye contact. She notices, and I notice, and we're just staring. And then she waved, very awkward, like, and I waved back, kind of like an idiot. And then I walked away. Yeah, it's quite a pickle, quite a dilemma. I've had a lot of dilemmas in my lifetime. I feel like I've told you guys some stories. I feel like I can open up, connect with you. I want to tell you a very personal story of mine. It's a virginity story. More specifically, it's my virginity story. And I would like to take you on this journey. So, in high school, is when it happened. I was at my girlfriend's house. And we're sitting down, things are getting kind of romantic. We're sitting kind of close to each other, holding her hand, watching Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And like, things start heating up, you just hold on a little tighter, you sit a little closer, it's weird. And I guess I made a move. Because she's like, "Dude, are you sure?" And I had no fucking clue, so I'm like, "Yeah, all right." And she's like, "Well, I don't have any condoms." And I went, "Shit." She just had, like, I guess I'm having sex now. And so we scrounge up some money. We get about $6 or whatever, and we head out into the world towards the local pharmacy. And we start going, and we get to a crossroads, like literal and metaphorical crossroads for me, because down that way is the pharmacy to get condoms to have sex with my lovely girlfriend. That way is a Burger King. And I had to stop and think about it. Condoms, Whopper and fries. We just had enough we could split a meal. So I had to sit down in the corner, had to think about it. She's like, what are you doing? I just can't decide. Well, you know, it's okay. It's a big decision for us to kind of make this step. No, you don't understand. It's condom, like we can go to the pharmacy or there's the Burger King down the road. You seriously can't decide between having sex with me and a cheeseburger? Listen, bitch. I didn't call her that. It's not between condoms or just a cheeseburger. It is a flame-broiled Whopper. It's delicious. And so she sits down, we start talking about it, we start thinking about it, and we had decided to do what any God-fearing American would do. We went and split a Whopper meal. And then we used the wrapper as a condom and fucked in the parking lot. Good night, everybody.